Been doing donuts 40 years. California, Dallas, Kansas City, Oklahoma.
It's quiet here tonight.
Oh, real quiet because of the virus stuff. Didn't have that, it'd be life's hard. You know, I mean, you can be the bottom, then you can go to the top. You have no idea because your life. Say you block out your childhood because you've been beat and molested or something. You block it all out. You don't even know who you are. You wake up later on in life, and then you know. You say, I can't remember my past. I can't remember that. I can't remember my sister. I can't remember shit except a couple of clips. And then all of a sudden, you're insane. You're going nuts. The next thing you find yourself in a mental hospital. And then blah 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 blah.
How much of this is hypothetical and how much of it is you speak from
All true.
experience?
All true. Not, I don't speak no lie. And all of a sudden, you don't know what's going on, who you are, what you're doing. I mean, you know, but you don't know because you do what you don't want to do. You keep on doing it. So here comes the mental hospitals. Here comes the prisons. Here comes to try to drink liquid Drano. Here comes all of it. But people have to be woke up so they don't go through that shit. They don't know really what's going on with them until you say, oh, something's happened to you as a kid. And then you're able to talk to them.
Is that what you attribute this roller coaster of a life to? Childhood trauma
was-
or mental illness that's like more genetic?
No, I would say a little bit of both. Messed all up as kids. They got to be treated right after they become adults. You have to help them. You can't just let them sit in their misery and in their pain because they might not even know it exists inside them.
But then how do you convince them that it exists if they don't even know it's there?
Because you talk, you get in groups, you talk to people, you'll say a word, God will say this or say that. And you say it, and then they understand, and then they start asking you questions. And then you're able to help them with their problem, whatever their problem might be. So this, all the pain and all the misery and all the craziness, God can still change you. And he will if you want him to. I wanted him to. I begged him to.
That's how you guys. That's how you.
I was.
That's how your life stopped being a roller coaster.
That's when the roller coaster ends, and your life begins.
When you accept God into your life.
Once you do that with your heart, not your mouth, want it. It's a desire. It's not a word, or it's not a God. It's a desire to know your Maker. And then once you desire that, there is no problems because then he takes control over it because he's a lover. He's not a fighter. He's a lover. And that's all he wants to do is love, 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 love. People are very, very kind and gentle, but yet they got that outer part that's very mean. But they got that hidden in them, and once you open that up, they want it.
Do you think that's the part of them that is, I am God, or I made you in my image? Do you think that that's the part of them that is connected to God, that is God in a way?
Well, it's part of it because God's talking to them and they're listening. They decided to listen, so He's going to talk. If they're going to listen a whole bunch, God's going to talk a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And the more and more, and it becomes a love affair. That's how it all turned around. I already had this in me.
Yeah.
People have goodness in them.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't let it out because they don't know it's in there. But once they start to see it and God helps them with it, then they'll let it out and they become better people. People have to understand themselves. You got to understand yourself. You got to know where you came from. You got to know about your parents, about your family.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can understand who you are, what's going on, what might go on with you, and what won't go on with you.
What was the moment, or the moments, or
I
something?
hated myself.
Right.
So I told the Lord, change it or I change it.
What made you reach out to
Prison.
God or a Christian God specifically?
because it's the only one America knows. But like I told you before, he's in you, so it don't matter if you believe in him or not. It does not matter.
What if someone conceives of God, but it's not the biblical God?
That's their point of view. You let them do what they want. Never try to change somebody. Let them do what they want. I turned my life around because I hated myself.
Was it in jail?
Sure was. And God sent people in there to help me. One guy named was James. He said, verse 7, verse 14, Romans. The thing I hate, I keep on doing. The very thing I hate, I can't stop doing. Who's going to save me? And that's when I became Christian.
He was like a minister in the in jail.
He was just a person. God sends him to you. God will take control.
Was he another inmate?
That's my life. This is my life. Talking about God. That's what I'll do for the rest of my life.
So you've been saved a long time.
Since 86.
Thanks for the story.
Well, but that's tip of the iceberg.
Well, we're grateful for that.
Just a tip.
Oh, you're the one with the thingies.
Oh, the sprinkles.